Hi, everybody. I want to make sure I talk to you all about the writing and research resources. On the left hand side of your main menu from the whether you're in government 2305 or 2306, it doesn't matter. It'll be the same thing. You should see writing and research resources. Click on that, and then you're going to see three links. You have the online current event resources. So I'm going to click on that and show you what it looks like. It's a web page. Let me go on ahead and expand this a little bit more. What you can see when you go down the web page, I'm sorry that it's not getting the whole thing. What you can see is, first of all, you have your American government resources for 2305, and I'll add some more as we go along. But a Politico, Washington Post, New York Times, CNN, Fox, Newsmax, CBS News, NBC News, ABC News, Huffington Post, The Nation. Huffington Post is liberal. The Nation is conservative. Real Clear Politics and the U.S. News and World Report are the ones I'm adding for right now, and then I'll add some more a little bit later. Going down to Texas government, we have the Texas Observer and the Texas Tribune, which are really excellent sources of Texas political news. Then you have the Dallas Morning News, the Fort Worth Star Telegram, the Houston Chronicle, the El Paso Times, San Antonio Express News, Austin American Statesman. So that's most of the major newspapers. And then there's a list of all of the major newspapers in Texas. So if I go into, for instance, Texas Observer, let me show you what it looks like. I'm at the Texas Observer here, um, and I can click on one of the topics. Like here's politics. Access denied. How lawmakers in the Supreme Court and Ken Paxton close the door on open government. Um, It'll tell you every now and then, hey, um, why don't you go on ahead and sign up, get a subscription. Um, so the Texas Observer is a magazine. Texas Tribune is a fantastic source of political news. It is a nonpartisan source, neither conservative nor liberal, and it's got excellent resources. So most of everything you need, um, you should find here. This is for Texas government. All right, and then going down a little bit, here's the link to your EPCC library databases. Looks like my internet's having a little bit of trouble. There we go. Make sure that you're logged in to your Blackboard when you go here, and it should help you. Um, Instructions for off-campus access. Make sure that you follow their instructions, and then you can go. Like for instance, if you want to go to the newspapers, here's the newspapers. They have a list of their databases, um, government resources, military and government collection, humanities, history. Okay, I would stick around with the newspapers. You've got full access to the El Paso Times, World News, Nexus, which gives you a bunch of newspapers. Newspaper Source Plus, 40 national and international newspapers, ProQuest historical newspapers going back all the way to 1851, and Texas Digital Sanborn Maps. Okay, so that's your EPCC library resources. You're paying for them, use them. Okay, especially when you go to your project paper later this semester. Okay, so this is um, the resources for um, for your current events. Now citation resources. These are for writing. So first of all, it tells you a little bit about how to choose a resource, how to, and it talks about evaluation guides. These are guides for how to evaluate something to see if it's really worth you writing up for a current event. These citation generators are fantastic. You basically give it the information from the article that you select, and it will generate, any of these will generate a citation for you in the appropriate style, either APA or MLA. Here are some guides on style that you can use, and how to cite in your text. And then here's, you have a link to the library resources, Texas A&M, APA, MLA, and Purdue, which is a fantastic resource for help with writing. Plagiarism. Make sure you know what plagiarism is, and that you know how to evaluate for it, because I will check for it. Then here's some writing resources: grammar guides, grammar rules, writing resources from Purdue, online writing sources, college writing resources, Harvard University writing resources, the EPCC Writing Center, where you can get face-to-face or online tutoring for your with your paper, free writing resources, interactive academic integrity and research tutorial, basically how to go about, geez, I don't know what's going on with my internet tonight, how to go about, this one takes flash, so I gotta allow it. Okay, so this is basically a series of modules on plagiarism and citations, and why it's important to cite, and how to do the research, and incorporating your research, and a little bit about citations and references. This is just a tutorial to help you. Um, Amherst University has a series of online resources helping you prepare your writing, elements of effective writing, situational writing. You can also go here and like how to do a position paper. It comes up. Um, Critical reviews, professional business writing, scientific writing, applications for personal use. There's some English grammar tutorials that you can use. And here's an open textbook for writing your papers, which can help you. You don't have to buy a textbook to help you do that. It'll tell you how to do the different parts you need, understanding what an assignment is, constructing your thesis, secondary sources, listening to sources, back to basics, the perfect paragraph, how to write a paragraph, how to do an introduction and a conclusion, clarity, and so forth. Now let's talk a little bit about the last resource that I want you to see, which is Grammarly. And I have some links to installing Grammarly. I strongly encourage you to use this. You can either use it online or you can install it into your personal computer. So this is an introduction here on what Grammarly is. You can go down here and there's specific instructions for one of the English classes at EPCC on how to install Grammarly from EPCC. How to do a sign up is given to you here. How you use it. I'm telling you here how to upload your work and how to do your link and how to look for, um, do your paper and proofread it. You can add Grammarly to Word. You can add it to your web browser, either Firefox or Chrome. You can retrieve a report that'll tell you where your problems are. And you can also check your plagiarism with these instructions on how to check your plagiarism. Then I also have some related videos on how to add Grammarly and use it. If you have problems or you need help, go to go and help ask me when we're in a virtual office hours, and I will help you. Okay, I hope these resources help you out. I'm going to go on ahead and stop from what I'm doing now, and I'll see you later.